This video is proudly sponsored by Endel. Now, Endel is an app that is designed exclusively around relaxation and finding calm and peace. And it's an app that I find myself using while I have something to do, but I want that chill vibe in the background. Somehow Endel have found a way to create a series of sounds that just blend to that profile. And while I use ASMR to sleep, I like talking ASMR, and that isn't really what I need, but I'm trying to work. What Endel has done is provided an app with a perfect suite of soundscapes, of visual profiles to suit whatever you're doing in the day. Give it a look. The first 100 people to click the link below gets a free trial. You have nothing to lose. I think you're really going to like this one. Give it a look. Enjoy the video. Welcome to the Seychelles, and welcome to Articulate Design. Here we've tried to create a vacation experience unlike anything you've ever experienced before. Here we've tried to create something a little bit special, something that we think will live with you as one of your fondest memories forever. Now, the first thing, besides welcoming you, is to say congratulations as our contest winner. We welcome you today and remind you that here at Articulate Design, we are a beyond all-inclusive, which means typically at an all-inclusive resort, you might find there are restrictions and limitations, extras to be paid for certain beverages, or lobster, for example, usually comes with a premium. Not here. And secondly, we pledge to have you checked in under 5 minutes. We've seen the reviews and the comments of check-ins that can last up to an hour and find it to be completely unacceptable. Now, I already know your name. And congratulations again. You are going to love every second on our beautiful island. Okay, you're with us for 4 nights. And leave your cases and your bags. They'll be taken to your room. And when you're ready, if you want, come back and see us and we can have a chat about what's on offer while you're here. If not, give me a call. I will be your personal butler. And I can come to you. But if you want to stretch your legs and walk around and explore a little bit, feel free. You're going to love it. Before you go, I'd like you to try from our clay pot a welcoming, refreshing, and revitalizing elixir. We call it the elixir of life. A little bit of ginger, a little bit of thyme. Blends together beautifully. A little bit of lemon in there. Excellent. I promise after a long flight, you'll be feeling refreshed and invigorated. Now, I'm almost at my check-in time. Please, there'll be a little golf buggy just outside our reception, waiting to take you to your villa, and you are going to love it. I'll be with you in a couple of moments to give you the tour of the villa, and then you'll be left to settle and relax. And as I said, if you want to come back to reception, we can run down some of the activities on offer while you're staying with us. Welcome. Welcome. So, as you can see, each villa has its own private gate and entry. Take the stone stairs down into your living area with a view that can only be described as paradise. We have 26 villas here in Articulate Design, each with their own bar, their own butler, coffee machine, a refrigerator stocked with all of your favorite sweets and treats. Beautiful hanging drapes with a sofa overlooking the sea. That beautiful breeze gently rustling the trees. And as we step around, we come to your pool with the freshest of water. The little water feature making that beautiful sound. Step up to your second balcony and decking area. Again reminded of the view. The sun just setting in the distance. And then, of course, the master bedroom. Egyptian cotton drapes. Complimentary beach bag. Little welcoming bonus from ourselves. Fresh flowers. Tiled floor leads you into spacious bathroom with, of course, Hermes showering essentials. And as we step out to the second pool and the sunken bath, the water has been scented with rose petal. Sun loungers for watching the sun rise and set. Tranquility and peace awaits you at Articulate Design. It's good to see you again. I've had a little while to maybe mentally and physically unpack, taking the view, the comfort, and hopefully the luxury that we're providing. Now, since you took the time to fill out our questionnaire prior to your arrival, we heard you're partial to a pina colada, and of course we can serve with and without alcohol. This is made fresh. Crushed ice. The sweetest pineapple. Delicious, of course. Pina colada is probably the most popular choice beverage on Seychelles, and easy to understand why. Our coconuts are growing outside of your room. Pineapples a little bit down the road. But almost everything you'll be eating here and drinking is sourced locally. That being said, I remind you that anything on our menus, anything that isn't on our menus is yours. And again, I mentioned being beyond all-inclusive. Our management really press this home to our clients. And I'd like to give you an example of what I'm talking about. We had a gentleman, a guy called Matt, arrive with his wife. They just got married. And of course, with your own butler, anything is, if you want a candlelit dinner on the beach, your butler, will arrange for it. And of course, after even a day, we can get a feel as to the kind of person you are and take initiative. Sometimes people are afraid to suggest something. In fact, many of our customers are experiencing a butler for the first time and feel uncomfortable. They feel as if they're putting me out or putting their butler out, and that simply isn't the case. Now, without sounding vulgar, we are incredibly well paid by any standard, but especially in hospitality measures. We apparently, I'm told, are handpicked as some of the finest employees within the hospitality industry anywhere in the world. I was actually at the Ritz-Carlton and was headhunted to be brought here because I love my job. Okay? Now, the example I was giving you, this gentleman called Matt, they were on the beach. It's about 8 p.m. Their butler had just served them a steak, which Matt had requested. And the butler asked him, is there anything else that you would like, so anything that could make it even more special? And he laughed and he said, 1 in a million chance, but you don't happen to have Monte Cristo cigars, do you? To which the butler laughed, because we have a large stock of Cuban cigars and Nicaraguan cigars. And if we didn't, we'd be taking a trip to our store, to our source, and we'd have it supplied within 2 or 3 days at the most. As it turns out, we had Monte Cristo number 5, and Mr. Matt was ecstatic. His wife was eating giant king prawns that she had requested specifically. And I tell you this to remind you that anything is possible here. With that in mind, competition winners, as you'll be maybe perhaps wondering, there was 2 free gifts to be awarded, coupled with the room. The first of which, now personally, you might not have any use for this. This is a Hermes pack. Now, we have agreement, a contract with Hermes and our second gift manufacturer. Now, we run these competitions once a year. I'll leave it packaged for you. Maybe you want to keep it for yourself, or perhaps give it away to a special someone in your life. Or you could sell it. It's There's nothing wrong with making money. The second gift, something I was going to say a little bit more special, but perhaps equally so. Your very own Oyster Perpetual Date Rolex. Now, the Submariner Rolex has been the cornerstone of their product offering since almost day one at Rolex. Again, it's with great privilege and with great pride that we offer you this today. Okay? Please try it on in your own time. If it doesn't fit, come back to me immediately. Give me a call. We'll send our specialist up and have it adjusted on site, especially for you. Okay? Good. And that smile is what we're looking to have as a permanent fixture while you're here. And again, me as your butler, I'd like to work to the point that you're almost unaware that I'm there. Your needs will be anticipated. Your refrigerator always stocked with your favorite foods, beverages. Everything will always be cleaned. Fresh towels. And of course, the occasional very warm, beautifully smelling bubble bath in the sunken bath in pool 2. Now, every room that you saw is a complete replica of the other. There's no super king size, there's no king suite, presidential suites. We don't believe in any of that. We have a baseline offering, which is luxury. Nothing more, nothing less. Stress-free factory. Okay. Now, if you'd like, I can run you through some of the offerings, some of the activities you can do while you're here. I can come back later. Maybe you want just to lie next to the pool or lie on one of those 2 sun loungers. Okay. I'll come back, you relax, and then we can talk. And when I say talk, I need very little input from you. You shouldn't have to be made to engage in small talk. Listen. Hello again. Still smiling, I can see. I've brought another fresh pina colada for you. Is there anything else I can get you? Excellent. Okay. Well, on your questionnaire you mentioned you really like to try jet skiing or some kind of water sport activity. So I've taken with me the hotel's pamphlet. It's a little 2-page document outlining some of the spa offerings and some of the excursions that we offer. And again, as part of Beyond All Inclusive, everything is free. Everything is free. Now, our spa treatments. Again, notice the cost associated with every treatment. I think that's quite important. The Swedish massage in our spa is absolutely beautiful, by the way. It sits at the base of a waterfall. The Swedish massage Now, the deep tissue massage isn't something that we see very often. Occasionally we'll have a business individual that's had an extremely stressful week and they need that kind of deep stress relief. But something to consider. The hot stone massage, and of course we use, actually it's volcanic stone we use that's heated to a very precise temperature. It's placed along the vertebrae of the spine. The shiatsu massage. Now the shiatsu massage is almost more of a dance. It's a series of movements and routines that you'll be mimicking with your own personal instructor, and a little bit of hand-to-hand massaging later on. But think of it as more of, if you're familiar with Tai Chi, shiatsu can be a little bit like that, but it's a bit broader, okay? The aromatherapy massage, it's an amalgamation of essential oils and some of our own personal elixirs, and culminating in something really quite wonderful. Okay? Now, if I was you, I would try everything. It's not really recommended to have a massage more than once or maybe even twice a week, but it's not every day that you're in paradise. And as the brochure clearly says, this is an escape to paradise. So if you want to go to every single massage, feel free. Now the excursions. You can see here, jet skiing for the day. Now, jet skiing typically, for any resort you've ever been to, is never free. And it's usually quite pricey. Instead, what we do, each villa has its own jet ski. If you just head down from the main restaurant, walk about 10 feet, and you'll be on the beach. To the left, the very far left, you'll see a little quay with jet skis, numbered per villa. There'll be a key inside the jet ski. You take it whenever you want. And where the hotel is situated, or rather the resort, there are some beautiful sights to explore on the jet ski. And the sea can get a little bit choppy, so be careful, of course. Always make sure your life jacket is worn. But we have lifeguards posted all around the resort at all times, even into the night, because occasionally it gets to midnight and you're like, you know what, I want to go swimming, I want to ride the jet ski. You do it, okay? And it's completely free. And when I say for the day, you can do that any day you like. After our little meeting here, if you want to go ride the jet ski, go and ride it. Kayaking. Kayaking for the day. Now, maybe considered polar opposite of jet skiing, but something quite rewarding about maneuvering your kayak. And where we are, you can kayak out of our enclosed bay, take a right, and you can actually kayak to the next beach adjacent to us. And there's coconut palm trees right on the beach, and there's always coconuts there. Just crack one open against a rock, drink drink the milk, eat the coconut, and be on your way. What's extra special about this beach? Very often in the year, actually, it's usually once or twice a year, but for fairly extended periods of time, you'll find baby turtles scrambling back to the ocean. The mothers come on shore, lay their eggs, and little guys scramble their way to the water. And these turtles are very, very old, so they're extremely comfortable with humans. They're not afraid of you, they're not going to attack you, they won't even run from you. It's a very quiet beach, almost really used exclusively by our residents, but any humans the turtles have seen, of course, are on vacation, very jovial, interested, and very affectionate. So the turtles, be very trusting, enjoy them, take pictures with them. They seem to do anything for a selfie, so we encourage you to take a little kayak to the next beach. You can take the jet ski, you can ride the jet skis up to the shore, but we wouldn't advise it. And the turtles don't seem to mind the noise, but maybe the little hatchlings probably would. So let's be considerate a little bit. Okay? I know you would be. Okay. Now, my personal favorite. Cheese tasting for the day. Now, we have what's called a cheese cellar. It's very deep into the ground, where it's very cold, and our cheese, some of the cheese sits there for years, decades even. We have cheese, I think, down there that's older than I am. But if you're a cheese lover, you're going to be, once again, in paradise. 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 Of course, if you want to pair it with some port and some fine wines, we have an extensive cellar for port and for wine as well. But again, each to their own. I personally don't drink, not for any reason other than I've never enjoyed alcohol, really. I would like to. We also have a truly extensive range of whiskies and scotches. So if that's something you'd like to explore, we can also set up a whiskey tasting for you. Yes. Now, the island hopping. Now, the island hopping is a 2-day excursion because there are simply so many islands here in Seychelles. We reside on Mai, which is the main island. It's where our airport is located, our central hospital. We actually own a corner of Mai, which means all our beaches are private. But the island hopping will take you to some of the very smallest, some of the larger ones like Breslin. And you'll of course be staying the night in 5-star luxury hotels. We have several agreements that if one of our residents wants to take a 2-day tour, they can actually be given a list of hotels that you can spend the night in, and you can choose. And of course, you'll be afforded the suite. And all food and drinks are included in your stay at that hotel, whichever hotel it is. We also have a similar agreement with the hotels if they want to come and stay here. The banding for prices doesn't really work in our favor, but we have one villa dedicated, and it's always taken. Always. Anyway, I'd encourage it. There's some beautiful, beautiful sights in the Seychelles, and Mahi is just a glimpse of what the island has to offer. Some of the nicest, most delicious food. Creole food is this might sound less enticing. Panning for gold. Not Seychelles isn't known for its gold reserves, but we have a little spot on an island that has a small amount of gold on it, and we encourage our residents to go panning for gold. You're not going to come back with a kilo of gold, but maybe you'll find a couple of grams, who knows. And finally, the culinary creation course. Now, both of our chefs are Michelin star of course, and once a week we set up a course for residents, and it's a one-on-one course to learn not just the preparation, but also to enjoy gourmet and proper fine dining. So you'll create an appetizer together, and then they will either create the main course and the dessert, or you can help in with the dessert as well if you like. But there's a heavy emphasis on experimentation, upon exploring flavor profiles of things you wouldn't expect to come together in such a perfect union. I think that's how our chefs would describe it, at least. Yeah, but I'll leave you the brochure. These, of course, are all our contact details, our socials, and my number, just at the bottom there for you. If there's anything you want to do at any point, day or night, you can let me know. For things like jet skiing, we don't need prior warning. The jet ski essentially belongs to you while you're a resident on the island, or in the resort, rather. You just go down and take your jet ski for a ride. Okay. Now, absolutely. When it comes to our restaurants, we have one restaurant, but again, in line with Beyond All-Inclusive, we have a slogan of anywhere, anytime. So if you want to eat on the beach, we'll set up a table for you there, candlelit, whatever you like, little violin playing, whatever you want. You want to eat in your room, maybe you want a little floating basket to float around you in pool number 2 while you're in your sunken bath. I'll arrange it for you. All your favorite foods, we'll have it brought to you. When I say whatever you want, whatever food you want to eat, we'll find it and make it. The menu is just a guide. Sometimes we're like, I don't know what I want. The menu is a catalyst for kind of provoking your creative outlet for anything culinary. Okay? So if you want scallops to start with king lobster for Maine. If you want a T-bone steak. If you want vegan lasagna. Anything you like, we cater for every taste. If it isn't too bold, I do suggest you try, and we offer a vegan option of this, but our beef carpaccio. We serve it with a truffle salt. It's beautiful. And the vegan carpaccio is absolutely delicious. It's a mushroom base, but flavor profiles will wow you in a million ways to one. Truly. Okay. I will leave you for this now. Again, enjoy your pools. I will never be more than 30 seconds away. If you need a coffee, if you need a pillow fluffed, just call and let us know, okay? It is absolutely our pleasure. Welcome again. And enjoy your stay